open the card. And then happy birthday is all blurry because whoever opens the card is 40, and you want to give them the impression that their eyes are starting to go.
Hey guys, there's someone I want you to meet. Pam, this is my family. Family, this is my girlfriend.
Hello. Oh, that's funny. I'm watching Family Guy, and they were like at like a lobster, like a seafood restaurant. And Chris is like, I'm gonna go see which lobster I think deserves to die. And then like Jerome, like the new black guy, his young daughter is there, and she hits on Chris, and she's like, oh, I'll see you at school later. And she like kissed him before he left, and like the lobsters were like talking shit, and the one lobster's like, hey, these, and he goes click 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 with his claws on her nipples, and Chris just looks at the waiter, and he goes, kill that one. Just like that. That's funny. That monster that plays tennis.
Don't worry, Jerome. I already gave Chris the sex talk. It's awesome. Don't understand. I don't want Pam dating a white boy. Jerome, you're a racist. Black people can't be racist. Way sexist, but we ain't racist. Sure, black people can be racist. They gave Michelle Pfeiffer sex a hard time.
That's funny. The black guy, Jerome's like, Chris can't date my daughter, and Peter's like, you're racist. He's like, black people can't be racist. Sounds like exactly what Tim would say. I'm like, Tim, you're racist as fuck. But it's true. Yeah, but I'm like, ironically funny white guy racist. Like, I laugh at racism. I'm an equal opportunity racist is what I am. I hate all people equally. I don't discriminate. Right? The parts that are different. Yeah, exactly. No, I know for a fact, because I've hung out with both groups, I know for a fact. Trashy white people and trashy black people are exactly the same, except for the way they speak. But even then, it's not very similar. They're both about as racist to everybody else. Oh my God! You should have heard what Stewie just said. Because Lois dated the black guy who Chris is trying to date the daughter of, and Stewie's like, "Oh, that's right, you did date her." She's like, "No wonder it was so spacious in there." Seriously, the inside of her womb is like one of those places where they put crashed airline carriers. I'm like, wow. They crack so many jokes about Stewie tearing up her vag. It's hilarious. I remember on one episode he was like, "Oh yeah, I carved my name in on the wall on my way out." I like that. That's funny. But he was also like, you know, after Chris, I was basically able to just walk right out of there. Oh god. Peter's now doing a song called Thank the Whites. About all the things that white people do to make things nicer. And they did like a big song and dance with it. At the end of it, Jerome's like, you know, that song just made me hate white people even more. That's funny. Thank the whites. That's so funny. But it's true. How else would you get Starbucks? It's not. I mean, where do you think that transgender, biracial, lesbian who's making your latte comes from? We manufacture that shit.
Black racism is the biggest problem facing this country today.
Peter's just like, black racism is the biggest problem facing this country today.
Or give me death. Oh, that was easy. I know, right? Ryan wanted to give him liberty. You do the paperwork, Ryan.
Alright, are you gonna join me on Overwatch?
And now, the HBO original series, Boys. Hey, sorry I slept with that girl you liked. That's cool. Did you walk around naked after you had sex? What? No. No one wants to see that. Isn't this time in our lives so interesting? No.
Whitman, where the hell is my daughter? She left me a note saying she ran off with Chris.
That's fine. Did you ever see that Halloween episode where Chris and May go to the same party and they end up playing Spin the Bottle without realizing that they're playing it with each other? That one was horrifying. I was like, oh god. And then at the end of it, Meg's like, you know what? I made out with a guy tonight. And I think he might call me. And Chris is like, yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up. I'm like, Meg, you're gross.
Hey, I'm trying to sleep and urinate here. You mind using the other bed?
Sorry.
I was the cousin in vacation.
Yeah, I know who you are.
How do I look?
Oh, God, are we at that part of the relationship? You look fine. Pam, this may come as a surprise to you, but I am not an experienced lover.
Don't worry. It's my first time, too.
Wow, I guess everybody had the first time. Even Maverick from Top Gun. Thank you, pretty lady.
That's funny.
So all those other black drivers that you're nodding at, you know them?
Oh, man.
But relax, we're just telling the truth. We're cruising around town looking for a sexually active 14-year-old boy.
Do you have any idea how fast you were going?
I was going the speed limit, officer.
He was.
Are you here against your will, sir?
If you're asking if I'd rather be at the zoo, then yes.
Maybe you step out of the car and we see if you can drink.
Oh, yes, I have the clip right here. It's a highlights clip. Oh, I have to share that.